Hey, what's going on, bikers? Pierce's POV here again with another video, and today I'll be taking you through something that's kind of cool and pretty new. It's called Rouse Cycling, a virtual race series created by a group of dudes in Utah who wanted to make racing easier, more community-based, and, well, a lot of fun. We all know racing usually costs a lot of money, takes some planning, and takes some time to travel. But because of the way they've set up Rouse Cycling, we can do virtual enduros, XC races, and pretty much everything else that's race-oriented in the cycling industry. Via their Strava Club, Strava data, and their website, they've created quite the community of riders who want to give it their all out there without having to pay the price financially and travel-wise. With that being said, here are my runs from the most recent Rouse event, the Zentacular Enduro. Enjoy! Stage 1 is Zen Ridge descent. The first descent when you get to the top main view on Zen, where most people like to take a break, have a lunch, and really pat themselves on the back for the big climb they just did. This was my slowest stage relative to everyone else. I seem to struggle with the sprinty stuff up top. My buddy Nick really killed this stage. He had first overall in the virtual enduro, and he is a phenomenal downhill rider. He was right on my tail pretty much this whole event, and shout out to him. He really pushed me to go faster and faster, and probably ride Zen a few more times than I would have on your typical February. Stage 2 is Zentacular, and it's probably my favorite descent in all of Zen. This little 2-minute section is full of slabs, different time savers, and just wide open speed. If you're familiar with this section, you know how fast it can be, and how difficult it can be to maintain speed in certain sections. My favorite part is probably the slabs where you can go really fast and you're barely hanging on to the little grip that you have. In my opinion, this is probably the funnest stage in the whole event out of the 3 stages. Obviously that comes down to personal preference, but I think just about anyone who entered this event loves some rowdy downhill at high speed. Stage 3 is Upside Down Super Dayz, which is, in my opinion, the hardest stage to keep your speed through physically and technically. This section I'm on right now, the super rocky stuff, is really hard to keep your speed through, very hard to choose a line through, and this dang climb always seems to mess me up. I'm never in the right gear for it, even if I'm expecting it. Right after that, you're into this high speed downhill that has a lot of loose over hardpack, and a lot of the corners are flat corners, so it's very easy to slide out and go off the trail if your speed isn't moderated, especially around right here. This is the funnest part of this segment in my opinion, And this is actually where there are a few berms on this trail, a few rare berms on the Zen Trail. It gets kind of rocky again right here, and right here is, in my opinion, where a lot of the time is going to be made or broken in your segment times. It's sprinting into this uphill and hopping up these rocks. It is a burner, but if you can do it fast, you're going to have a blazing fast time overall, even if you didn't get the first section as clean as you would hope for. I want to give a big shout out to the Rouse cycling guys. I think what they're doing is really cool. Not all of us have a ton of money to spend on enduros or sponsors that are going to fund the travel fees and all the racing fees for big races. I think this whole virtual enduro thing could really catch on, and I really like how they're based in Utah. Definitely check out their website. You can tell they're really cool people based on their riding rulebook, their awesome shop, and the overall layout of their webpage. Not only that, I would highly recommend you join the group on Strava, as they are always posting about their new challenges and updates. With all of that being said, thanks for riding with me today, and I'll see you next video.